Hello, yes, I'm here again. I thought I'd do a little short upload for a change. Just turn radio down. Nothing on telly. This afternoon was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which I know the words to. And It's a Wonderful Life, and I never get tired of watching that. I was in tears. Lovely Donna Reed. Oh Mary, oh Mary. And a lovely lady. Yes, I went to work on Friday in real thick fog, so I hastily cobbled this together, which I got a while ago off eBay. And I'll just show you, they're very, very bright. These came all the way from China. I just ordered some white ones because my front white one, well, one of them has pinged out. It says waterproof, but once water gets behind that lens, they fizz out. The ones I sent for have actually got little cobs in, little yellow cobs, so they're a different thing. These are just a filament, which are very bright, but I've sent for some cob ones. Let's see if they last any longer. I got the polarity wrong. Come on, twerp. Ooh, come on. You banana. She's touching there. What's wrong with the bugger? Picture of oh, really? At last, it just wasn't touching. And you see, it'd be just a flare on the camera, but that's really bright red. It's alright, isn't it? And as an alternative, I was thinking of doing them as a brake light, but you know, if it's foggy, which it was on Friday, really thick fog, I was wet through as well. They're better as fog lights. And the last time I made one of these, after getting, it was the wrong trousers, you know, the green robot trousers, and on eBay I told the lad I don't want the trousers. I said, keep the shampoo and the trousers or throw it away, and I'll just have the top half. Because last time I drilled his hands, put them through his hands, and because of the vibration on my rear carrier, they pinged out in no time. So they're less likely to vibrate and blow the filament like that. These are handy if you have any 12 volt accessories to test. Excuse me, just send for a pair of them. Duracell MN21s, 12 volt, and all it is 8 little button cell batteries inside, can you see? And it's bad lights. And instead of messing around with a spare bike battery to test your lights, just touch it on one of these. Yeah. So that's the alternative. You see, very, very bright. And these were for $4.95, but they did come all the way from China. It's an estimated delivery 14th, well they arrived a week late. But you can it says Nottingham on the bloody advert, and they come all the way from China. Why not admit they come from China? What's the problem? If they have a good feedback, it was 98 point something. Anyway, yeah, and the power source is where my optimizer is plugged. No, the plug which runs to the battery. Well, this is a male one, which I've just put a pair of crimps on, spade and socket, male and female crimps. So they just plug into there. Took the wire along the carrier. I'll cut that down, so about there, about 8 inch. 8 inches big enough. 4 inches twice. Yeah, and as for a bolt, I've been searching for bolts. I've used all my, well, the ones with the right length I've used over the years, because I made a few of these. That would be too long, but I intend standing them on something, because that is actually a bit short. I could, it's just on the limit there. And I've used super glue. I used epoxy resin last time because it was cheap, pound shop epoxy resin. It remained gooey. You're better with Araldite, aren't you? Or a proper hardener. A proper branded one. But yeah, super glue will suffice. And like I said, with that being narrower, I found some little brass caps, some small brass handles. That'll pop in there. Super glue that in. Level, because super glue is only £1 for really biggish tubs rather than them little crappy traditional super glue thin metal things, you know what I mean? Why am I taking so long explaining these cobblers? So there you are, Wallace lights, fog lights, very bright, plug them in, not brake lights, just for fog lights. I could use them as brake lights, there's always an alternative of running the wire down behind the number plate. But I just thought I'd show you. And I might do a video tomorrow. I'm not going out on beer. I did that yesterday. Went to... You know what I saw? That Simon Entwistle, that historian who wears a top hat and a cape. He does ghost walks of Clitheroe, because I like Clitheroe. It said my last ghost walk of the year. Sorry, it was a Jack the Ripper one last night. Yeah, only 300 miles out of London, but I turned up. It said meet at the castle gate, so I went to a couple of pubs, had a nice Indian meal. This is my Christmas blowout. Shouldn't really be spending, but I thought, well, it's instead of going out Christmas Eve, it's always dead Christmas Eve anyway. And I think everyone stops in. Yeah, I turned up at the castle gates at 1:45, sat there, and he appeared at 7 o'clock. Oh, I said, hello, Mr. Entwistle. Are you my only tour? My only tour member? I said, I'm afraid so. I think they're all Christmas shopping. I'm afraid I can't do the tour with one person. I said, no, I understand, Mr. Entwistle. It's nice to see you. I said, I'm into Lancashire history as well. I enjoy watching those videos on YouTube. Oh, they're not mine. This lad I know films me. I said, oh, I watch them. They're very interesting. I'm fascinated by local history. Should I mention something that happened earlier? I was going to get the 2:30 bus. I turned up at the bus stop, 2:15 in my hometown. Waited half an hour, nothing came. And the lad said, oh, it's Saturday service, it's 2:45. I said, bloody hell. I said, it's £6.20 return, I might as well get a taxi. So I rung for a taxi, and just as the taxi turned up, the bus did too. But I said, well, I booked a taxi, I'll get you. So I paid £10. Got out at the hut. I said, drop me at the Holmes Mill, I'll have a nice meal. Went in, it was packed, so I got a pint. And who do you think was sat at a table, 10 foot away, with an old supervisor from Ultraframe, where I got sacked from by a vindictive manager who hated me. I've mentioned this before. I suggested, because we were classes in marketing, the little workshop I worked in with 4 others, I suggested ways, you know, we had a crisis meeting with a big marketing boss. Any suggestions from anyone to improve sales of conservatories because the company's in a bad way? I said, yeah, why not modernise your brochures? Instead of showing the middle class lady supping coffee sat on a bamboo settee, show a lad's playroom with a husband playing pool with his mates with a jukebox, a fruit machine, a bar, pool table. Yes. I said another one, match day, 17-inch telly on wall with a load of lads watching the football on a huge sofa with a mini fridge full of drinks. Yes. I said a music room, a drum kit and 3 guitars and lads playing in a conservatory. You know, the sort of soundproof to an extent. I said it's a good little practice room. Yes. And I come up with all these ideas. What's the other one? Oh yeah, I said have a girl led on a comfortable bed in a bikini. In the winter sunshine, you often get sunny days. You know, even in winter with the heating, underfloor heating full on, so she's nice and warm. But in the winter sunshine, well, outside, her husband's digging snow off the path. Well, yes. I said another thing, stained glass. I said I've got some stick-on stained glass in my little bike shelter under the plastic polycarbonate sheeting. I said, you've got a choice of 5 boring colours, why not have stained glass? I said, this catalogue here, and I showed him, you can pick 6 different patterns. Well, thank you very much, Stephen. And this boss were looking daggers at me. This were years ago. So he had it in for me. And then when them silly buggers in our workshop, we underwent a time and motion study. And I half the production time, just working normally. And of course we got all them shares off the decent manager that we used to have. I said, well, I wasn't working fast, I just thought, why not do my best? And there we are, half production time, fucking. So the next couple of years was spent them calling me silly names and generally threatening me. One of them punched me in the kidneys when I was on a saw, which they all denied, lied through the bloody teeth. I was perfectly honest at all the meetings, because I said, instead of calling me silly names, have a go, see what happens. I said, I'll put you in hospital, have a go at me. And this pervert gobshite who liked to watch torture videos, I watched a video last night, a woman being tortured with cattle prod. Yeah, he's on Facebook. Bell Show, gobshite. So, because I was threatened, I threatened him back, and he reported me, this pervert, to this boss. We've got him now, we can save on £8,000 redundancy. I can sack him. And he did do. You know, they were making people redundant, so they saved on 6, 7, maybe £8,000 for my 12 years service, because it was a generous redundancy package. Not just me, a few others went under dubious grounds as well. Anyway, he was sat there in Holmes Mill, and I got a pint, £4.50, 6.1%. Had a sip, first beer of the day. I thought, ooh, not very nice. And he saw me, and he went to bog with his supervisor. The supervisor's only a little fight. So I allowed him the dignity of finishing having a pee. I thought, I'll leave it a couple of minutes, should I? I thought, yes, why not? So I took my pint, went in the bog, a lad were coming out, went in, he's there just finishing, and the supervisor saw me with his mouth open. And I said, hello Andy, is that you? Yeah. And I went, and poured the pint all over his head and down his neck. He crouched down. Really? Really? I said, yes. I said, actually I didn't make any threats or nothing, I just said yes. You sacked me on those silly trumped up charges 10 years ago. That's disgusting. Slaving there for 12 years and I get repaid with that. And I just turned and went. Put my glass on the bar. There were bouncers there, but I thought if they say it, he'll just say, well, I poured it away, that beer, it was horrible. But he didn't say a thing. I was dressed smartly. In my pinstripe shirt and my Wallace and Gromit tie. You see. So yeah, a huge sense of satisfaction. I wasn't going to follow it up with a punch, although maybe I should have done. But no, I'm not normally violent. Despite being diddled out to thousands because of his vindictiveness. And rubbing his hands, hey, I can save £6,000, we've got Ratter at last. Firm was going bust because he spent 85 million buying into an American summer house firm which flopped, trying to get the Yanks to buy tiny little conservatory, just was never going to work. And then he spent 30 million in a new roof concept which was fundamentally flawed from the outset because it was a click-to-fit system. Normally a conservatory roofing glazing boy has 2 holes drilled and you can move it about because they're never very accurate. So there was flexibility. Click-to-fit had no hole, just a little slot that clicked in a socket like that. So what happens if it's 3, 4, 5 mil out? It wouldn't click. So all the fitters complain that roofing system's crap. If it's out, you can't. Well, you should make it more accurate. No, you have to you can't be bang on accurate. It's not a bloody aircraft we're making. It's a conservatory. Sometimes you got it right, but you know, 9 times out of 10 it wouldn't fit. So they just scrapped it. Cost us 30 million. So that's why the firm was losing money hand over fist. And they saved £6 grand on sacking me. So there, I bought me a pint. I bought a pint for my old boss and poured it over his head. He looks like that actually. Stop, you bastard! No, he didn't say anything. Really? Really? I said, yep. Anyway, so yeah, I went for a couple of pints elsewhere. That very pleasant and elegant emporium, Swan and Royal. That escaped for coffee and cocktails again. Then went for a curry. And then saw Simon at the castle, but he cancelled his spooky tour. Jack the Ripper tour in Clitheroe. It's because of all those creepy alleyways. Anyway, I've waffled enough. You've got a demo of these, haven't you? Someone said I should market them when I made one last time. Buy a load off eBay and market them as novelty brake lights or just fog lights. I said, well, worth considering. I'm not sure whether to. Last time I super glued his hands up, but you can put them down, so it's like that on the back of the carrier. You know what I mean? I'll decide what I'm doing tomorrow if I do it tomorrow. So I've just crimped with my crimper. Yeah. Just crimped it. So I'll put a bit of tape around these, pull it inside. That'll pull out, of course, and I'll cut the length down. There we are, nice neat little join. Then put the cap over there when all the wires are pulled inside. Glue it, and then super glue the bolts on. About 12-15mm deep in hard super glue. Then put the washer on. To make that hole bigger. Oh, I got one here. Here's one I did earlier in true Blue Peter style. And then I'll see about building the level up with a spacer. I think I have some spacers. Anything could do, couldn't it? Cotton reel. A cotton reel. A bit too big. I'll think of something. So that's all for now. If I don't go out tomorrow, if it's raining, it's forecast rain later, then I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for watching my videos over the past 4 years, and certainly the past 12 months, all my new subscribers. Hope you found most of them entertaining. Sorry about my recent depressed ones, but I am depressed. Nothing's been sorted out at the place I work now, so my holiday pay is over £100 less than the other lads will get. Because the boss hates me at this place as well. That's the trouble, you see. You're showing your kind of initiative and they just hate you. They want you to be a or a dafty. Yes, I'm daft. Ideas? No, I have no ideas, no. I think that's the best way to be these days. Employees hate you if you're showing your keenness. Oh no, I've got a keen type, bastard. After my job. So anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching. All the best for Christmas. I think I'll be stopping in. I might go to my local just to see what's going on. Karaoke. And then come home. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.